Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
To throw, it's Lance.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Henderson. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Smash, red. Ready?
Lance now on first down. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Now Wilson changing the play. Out of the gun, Walker with it. He'll take this to the 46.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
Wilson now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson. Going deep for Walker.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's going right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots it.
Face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Wilson to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go. Here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Down.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Ready?
And Lance going to throw.
Launching one for Henderson.
Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
Now Lance looking to change it up.
Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. "44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Running right, here's Walker. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set, hut. Set.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
1st down.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Deebo Samuel,
28 yards.
and the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game, throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
after the touchdown. Here's Myers to boot it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
This taken in right around the goal line.
And they can't bring him down.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time.
Hey, go Fury.
This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Claude Ray.
On play action, Lance. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
First down 10 at the 21-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
19 tight.
Now Wilson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
In motion right, Debo.
79 Bronco. Chop 60.
To throw is Wilson.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Ready?
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful. Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Escaping.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
The score, Seahawks 48, 49ers 3.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
22 needle.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Down. Green Jack. Faster, faster.
On first down, Lance. That's caught downfield by Kittle.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Black Ultra.
That's another 49er first down.
Again, it's Lance.
Fighting this, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to her.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
On second down, here's Lance. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Set, ready.
Lance looking to throw it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown 49ers. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
49ers 10. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You just kind of feel for the defense right now, this deficit. They have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. Oh, they're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
He'll take it at the... And I think the ball's out.
It looks like one of the DBs has it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Blaster, stay. Hut.
From midfield, here's Lance.
Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
6, mega. Blue striker. Set.
Lance going to try and throw on third down here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down. Although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4 and he got 4 on third down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready?
Now Lance.
Flush to his right.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Boy, somehow, someone lost that running back downfield. He had acres of space, but this ball overthrown. And that's what you've got to be able to hit on.
Smash, red. Hut, hut.
Lance to throw on second down here.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down.
Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Here we go.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Go red. Ready, ready.
Desperation time here. Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Ready. Set.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
And his throw here's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Quad red. Black shot. Hut.
Now Lance throwing on 2nd down.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
at their own 37.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And it's looking all the more likely that a fifth straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Wilson wants to throw it.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Throwing again here, Wilson.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Wilson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Red, yellow.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. They go play action now. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Play action. It's Wilson.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Again, Wilson. Finding Walker complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because...
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago.